All right. All right, man. All right. I cut the music off. It's time to pod. Your boy, Florida Boy J, FBJ, J Kush Clouds, High Life 93 on Instagram, Twitter, host the number one club on Clubhouse, Presidential Suite, number one morning show on the app, 10 a.m.s on Monday, you know what I'm saying? Star Report, 5-6 nights a week, banging on y'all heads, sitting here with Randy doing Perspectives and Facts podcast, banging on y'all heads, real content creation stuff going on right here. You know what I'm saying? Real content creator. Real content creator. We got to do another bump. You know what I'm saying?
Drop another
one more. You know what I'm saying? And salute to Gary, salute to the podcast, salute to the, you know what I'm saying?
Salute to the studio.
To the studio. You go from the presidential suites to the podcast suites, you know what I'm saying? I stay in the suite. I'm just letting y'all know we don't be in no regular rooms. We stay in the suites, you know what I'm saying? We're very important individuals, VIP ass niggas.
Hey, man. This is episode 21, man. Y'all are seeing us before we hit 1K.
The most dangerous podcast in the state of Florida, hopefully in the United States and all over the world pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? And we have, like 924. Last time I checked, it was 925.
Currently.
We got 925 subscribers in 2 months off of 5 videos on YouTube talking about driving a demand and meeting the demand and making sure the people got what they want. You know what I'm saying? They said we recorded the first few episodes with a frying pan. Now we got a high-tech camera. I'm going to say it until I turn blue in the face, because one thing about our audience that I talked to a friend outside is that I love my audience because they're ruthless. They don't care. They really want to hurt your feelings. But when you actually get good critique and good comments, you know it's genuine. Like, nobody's in there circle jerking because it sounds cool. Like, the cool thing to do is go in there and leave a negative comment. Yeah. So anytime I see positive comments come out and people have some, you know, some great things to say, I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
We love constructive criticism.
Randy, yeah, go ahead, Randy. Do you have anything to tell the people, anything to say to people? Tell them how you feeling, you know what I'm saying? What's popping with you, man?
Hey, man, we feeling real greasy, man. You know what I'm saying? We feeling real uppity. We got the energy right. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy FBJ in the building. It's a Tuesday. We lit. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody at home, all the audience, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Steady with the views, you know, subscribers. We love it. You know what I'm saying? We just keep this thing going, man. Episode 21. Let's get into some topics.
All right, man. First topic. What are we going on? What are you discussing, man?
I want to start off hot, man. I want to get to some NFL news that's been going around, you know, the past couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
So this is probably gonna be a funny one for you. Terrell Pryor. I don't know if you guys heard about this. He recently got arrested for allegedly slapping his ex-girlfriend and throwing pumpkins at her vehicle.
Terrell Pryor on some real, like, to be honest, man, it's a fall from grace from where he was at Ohio State, being one of the top recruits, one of the highest rated quarterbacks coming out of high school, going to Ohio State, Jim Tressel, right? College, he was, to me, like Vince Young in a way, where he was the best passer, but his passing and scrambling ability afforded him to be one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in his time. Now, it was that scandal with Jim Tressel, remember, that got him fired, and a whole bunch of players got suspended over tattoos, memorabilia. Yep. So then he got, I think he got drafted in the supplemental draft to the Raiders, played quarterback a few years. Yeah. He was an okay quarterback in the NFL, but then he transitioned to wide receiver.
And I actually liked him at receiver.
Yeah, and he was very good and productive. So I'm going to read this courtesy of TMZ. More drama involving Terrell Pryor, his ex-girlfriend Shayla Brinson. TMZ Sports has learned the former NFL star was arrested Wednesday after allegedly he slapped his girlfriend and threw pumpkins at her car. According to police documents, Pryor got into an argument with Brinson, the woman accused of stabbing the wide receiver back in 2019 in Pennsylvania around 1 a.m. following a night out drinking. In documents, cops say Pryor had been out of Brinson but returned home while Brinson continued on to another bar. While coming home, according to cops, Pryor got upset with Brinson and threw her phone, and blew up her phone, calling her 50 times and sending her more than 30 unanswered text messages. Cops say Brinson eventually returned to Pryor's residence, but stayed outside out of fear of Pryor. In docs, police say Pryor came outside, confronted Brinson, shoved her, slapped her in the face with the open hand. Cops say that Brinson tried to flee. Pryor threw a deck chair at her. Officers said that when she got into her Mercedes, Pryor then threw pumpkins at her car, causing damage to the windshield. Police say Brinson's inflammation, redness, and bruising under her left eye, and Pryor was ultimately arrested. Officers noted in the docs Pryor denied hitting the women but did admit to throwing pumpkins. Court records show the 32-year-old has been charged with simple assault, harassment, and criminal mischief. The records show his bail has been set to $100K. You know you're going to have to pay 10% of that, so that's $10,000, of course. This is far from his first wild incident involving those two. You recall in November 2019, she was arrested after she was accused of nearly stabbing Pryor to death following a night out party.
Let's get into it, man. So here's my thing, right? In no way, shape, or form do I ever condone domestic violence, right? Let's just get that out the way. You know, that's a no-no for me, right?
Right.
But this is the thing with Terrell Pryor, bro. You got in an incident where your girlfriend nearly stabbed you to death.
Yeah.
And
I would have called the police. She would have been, I would have pressed charges.
Well, she went to jail, but my thing is...
Yeah, I would have pressed charges.
You bailed her out of jail. You paid the money to get her out and got back with her.
I mean, but who else is going to bail out of jail, though? Her mom wasn't going to do it. Her parents weren't going to do it.
You stabbed me.
Yeah, but...
he was the only one that had the money to bail
exactly.
out.
Like, your girl stabbed you. Who going to get her out, bro?
Who going to get out? You. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, bro, it looks a mess. It looks crazy, man. You throwing pumpkins at her car. Really, bro? This is what we doing?
Man, all I gotta say is, like, you know, a lot of these relationships be toxic, bro. You know, you gotta get the fuck out.
Got to.
Because as a man, like, a lot of times it's a stigma with domestic violence in men. A lot of men are getting abused physically and verbally at home with their significant other. Facts. But for the facts of that, you look like a bitch when you actually, you know, go out and be like, I'm a battered husband. You know, they have a battered male syndrome, you know, and males keep that in the tuck. So they may be getting punched on, slapped, beat up for like however long, and they may snap and, you know, and
one time
and retaliate. But that one time you retaliated is that one time she called the police on you. And for the fact she did that, now you're painted as a domestic violence abuser. You're painted as the person who perpetuated violence in the household when you should have been the first one calling the police. You know, one thing I know my parents taught me, it was like, hey, man, girl hit you. I'm not saying hit her back, but do what's necessary to de-escalate the situation. If you cannot de-escalate the situation without violence, call the cops. My parents told me call the cops on women. Like, ain't nothing sissified about calling the police on women. I'll tell you that straight. Now I'll call the cops on a woman right now.
Because
I'll file charges.
On us.
And I'll file charges, bro. Come on, man.
They gonna call them on us. Best believe that. Gang.
Especially as a black man, you can't play with that stuff, and you can't afford to play with that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you in the limelight. You're an athlete. Come on, man. Come on.
So,
you gotta be smarter.
Terrell Pryor, you get simp of the week.
Facts.
You get simp of the week.
Round of applause for my boy Terrell.
No, we don't get what
for being a simp.
No, we don't get round of applause for being a simp. Now, man, I should have told Gary to add on the boo or like the we should have had the sound effects for losers, okay? The winners and losers segment. That's what we need to have.
Yeah, we're gonna add that.
Yeah. So,
getting into some other news. I know this is a hot one that I kept seeing all over ESPN. Urban Meyer,
man. Okay, so following the Jaguars' loss
to Cincinnati,
the Cincinnati Bengals,
Thursday night.
Urban Meyer, Thursday Night Football. Urban Meyer got caught in an Ohio bar that he owned.
He owned at the bar with a young John,
with a young harlot, a young hot harlot,
young little John,
grinding on his pelvis as he was just, you know, cool and chilling. He wasn't really doing too much.
Allegedly.
To be honest, what it looked like, he wasn't doing too much. He was chilling, but I know that look. It's like, you know, I got me a little shank at the bar.
You know?
Listen,
look,
Urban's position
know that look.
In a packed bar, where what Urban, his position was exactly where we want to be. You got seats in a packed bar, and you got a girl grinding on you while you cooling. You know why?
You got your drink.
Because you got what you need.
You relaxing.
You don't need to buy nobody. You going to buy her drinks until y'all leave.
And not only did he stay at the bar, he told the team, hey, man, take off with the jet,
But he didn't fly with the team.
Y'all go ahead. I'll catch y'all boys later.
And like Tony Dungy said, 28 years of coaching, he's never heard of a coach not flying back with his team.
With the team. That's unheard of.
So that's definitely a red flag. The fact that he basically had to get chastised for that by the owner. Was a red flag. He's married. I felt like it was stupid for him to like go to a bar.
Yeah, facts. You're married
after a loss. Like if y'all would have won that game and you did that, I don't even care. But the fact that you continue in a losing streak, that's one of the longest in NFL. I think it's second tied for longest losing streaks in NFL. Yeah. You go out to the bar, and then subsequently we lost Sunday. Now we're 0-5.
Yeah, it just looks bad.
And and then even in his press conference, he's not in tune with players. He's saying we're desperate, and then they talk to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence like, oh no, we're not desperate. Like we can't let desperation sink in. Or he was saying, oh, I don't think our quarterback is comfortable running a QB sneak
on 4th and 1.
And Trevor Lawrence was like, yo, I haven't done it before, but I'm 6'6". I would have done it like to win the game.
There's no commodity between the coach and the players right now. At all.
And Urban Meyer said he doesn't want to micromanage the coaches as far as why was Carlos Hyde in the game over James Robinson when he was balling. But at that point in time, like you send in your best players.
Facts.
But you know,
what are you the head coach for?
I'm keeping the buck. The main reason why I'm not super like on Urban Meyer's case because he's still Urban Meyer to me. You know what I'm saying? And the NFL is just a hard job, and then you're trying to turn over the Jacksonville Jaguars. So personally, I'm not looking at Urban any less than what I thought when he came. But it wasn't like I had Urban Meyer like a highly esteemed coach. I'm a Florida State fan, so I don't like him anyways. But it's not like I don't like him. It's not this. I just like the teams he coached. I just didn't like the teams he coached.
Yeah.
But him as a person, individually, what he does with quarterbacks, he's great. I like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's
a
very
great
cool.
College football coach.
Right. And I love when he was an analyst on ESPN. But as far as trying to turn around the Jaguars, it's going to take longer than 5 games.
Look, I mean, Nick Saban wasn't the greatest NFL coach. He actually had a horrible stint in the NFL.
Or Steve Spurrier.
So, I mean, these college coaches transitioning over. Your boy from Penn State, O'Brien, he was horrible.
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Yeah, he was trash. But he came from the NFL, though. He's kind of different from every. Well, Nick Saban kind of came from the NFL, too, in a way. Because he was with Bill Belichick and the Browns in the 90s. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, it's going to take a long time. Well, since we're on NFL coaches, let's bring up Chucky, a.k.a. John Gruden, your friend to the end, lost his goddamn job on a day off. They said he was in the facility. They said the owner pulled up to the facility and walked in, was like, where's John Gruden?
Craig, how you lose your job on your day off?
Listen, man, I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. What he said about DeMaurice Smith's lips.
Oh, the Michelin tires?
I had nothing wrong with that.
Oh, okay. So
I found nothing wrong.
Let's get into it because
and the reason why I say that is like this, man. The reason why I say that is like this, bro. Like, if you Google DeMaurice Smith and see his lips, wasn't that an accurate statement or an accurate assumption? And what I'm saying is, he didn't get fired for saying that. People say, "Oh, you can make black comments and not get fired. You make, anti-homophobe and get fired." Yeah. No, I'm keeping it real, bro. Roasting somebody is one thing. He didn't use a derogatory term while talking. As far as I know,
he didn't call him a gorilla. He didn't call him a monkey.
Nah, he said your lips is big, fat, like 2 Michelin tires. Bro wasn't lying. No cap. I'm sorry. Making an observation doesn't mean you're prejudiced or racist. Like if somebody got
call him a spade,
bro. If somebody's walking around with no like drawers on, you're like, bro, why are you naked? That's not you. That's you just making an observation. So they're saying, what did John Gruden say in his email? Gruden used racist, sexist, homophobic, and transphobic language in the emails, which Times reported dated from 2010 to 2018. Oh, damn.
And
before Gruden was hired by the Raiders.
That's my thing, bro. Y'all are bringing up something that he wasn't even the coach for the Raiders when this took place. Like, he was an analyst for ESPN at this time.
Right, but see, the only thing I'll say to this is I thought all this was like from 2010, 2011. So my statement was like, how you going to try to cancel somebody who said this kind of stuff like 10 years ago? Mm-hmm. But 2018 is pretty soon. So I'll retract that statement. So before Gruden was hired by the Raiders for his second stint with the team, per Time Source, he often called NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell the F word and a clueless anti-football PUSSY. He also used homophobic slurs to describe NFL owners, coaches, and reporters who covered the league. Gruden also reportedly exchanged emails with Allen and others that included photos of women wearing only bikini bottoms. One photo reportedly included 2 Washington football team cheerleaders. Per the Times, Gruden and Allen also sometimes included Ed Dorsey, the co-founder of Hooters, Jim McVeigh, an executive who runs the Outback Bowl, and Nick Reeder, the founder of PDQ Restaurants, in emails. Per the Times, Dorsey in 2017 shared a sexist meme of a woman refereeing in the NFL, with Gruden replying, "Nice job, Roger." Gruden also criticized larger issues that surfaced and otherwise that had platforms of discussions in the league. For example, he reportedly criticized former Barack Obama in his 2012 election campaign, called then Vice President Joe Biden a nervous, clueless PUSSY. Gruden reportedly also denounced the league for attempting to reduce concussions and adding that Eric Reed, who demonstrated the playing of the national anthem with former protest brutality, should be fired. So pretty much he was everything that was wrong with the NFL. In 2015, he condemned a congressional bill that attempted to force Washington to change its name from the Redskins, which many Native Americans view as a slur. Gruden received a link also that year detailing how players wanted Goodell to support them in efforts to promote racial equality and criminal justice reform. Gruden quotes as he needs to hide in his concussion protocol tent. Gruden also singled out individuals and targeted hateful language that includes Caitlyn Jenner, whom Gruden mocked when she won an award in 2015 after transitioning. He also asked Allen to tell Brian Glazer, whose family owns the Buccaneers, to perform oral sex on him. Allen reportedly responded to Glazer would take you up on that offer. Gruden coached Tampa Bay from 2002 to 2008. Gruden also targeted Michael Sam, who came out gay before attempting to make an NFL career. According to Michael, God damn, this is horrible, bro. Didn't even know. I'm doing a lot of reading right now. Michael Sam, this is what he said about Michael Sam. Per the Times, Gruden criticized Goodell for pressuring former St. Louis Rams coach Jeff Fisher to draft queers. That was a reference to Sam, who came out gay ahead of the 2012 draft and was selected with the second to last pick in the 7th round. He spent the 2014 season on the Rams and Dallas practice squads before spending time with the CFL. Golly. Prior to his resignation, Gruden coached the NFL's first openly gay active player, Carl Nassib, who came out ahead of the 2021 season. Now about the DeMaurice Smith comments. There was an email that allegedly got Gruden hot water in 2011, an email in which he sent to Allen and used a racist trope to describe Smith. DeMaurice Smith has lips the size of Michelin tires. I'm going to read that again. He said DeMaurice Smith, his name is DeMaurice Smith, but he said dumb like a dumbass. DeMaurice Smith has lips the size of Michelin tires. Has lips the size of Michelin tires. Dude has big ass lips. He has Jay-Z lips. He has a camel toe on his mouth. Who cares? It was the truth. Call him dumb. Okay, bro. I don't listen, man. That was like the least bad thing I've read.
Everything else
is like, you know what? I understand why you got fired.
Yeah. The whole Nassib, Michael Sams, all that stuff. Yeah. In this day and age, you're gonna.
Yeah. So the Raiders accepted John Gruden's resignation as the Raiders head coach.
Well, you know what's crazy? What I hate? I don't like the terminology they use when it comes down to he got fired. He didn't resign. He got fired. If this was a black coach, it would be completely different.
Yeah, they get fired. The other coaches get resigned, but at the same time, I mean, it is what it is. Like, he's cool with the Raiders owner. You know what I'm saying? They paid him $100 million for 10 years. You know, I mean, it is what it is. My thing, personally, I don't really care. I don't care what he said, but, I mean, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure if you dug into everybody else's emails in NFL, it will be 32 jobs open.
Yeah.
For head coaches, GMs, executives. Like,
especially owners. Like,
it's one thing if he would have said this out loud, but to go in somebody's, like, to leak people's personal emails,
I don't. This was an attack on him.
I don't think that's fair. That's all I'm saying. Like, to even a private conversation like the Donald Sterling thing, like, you did say that over the phone, right? But in an email, man, like, emails ain't supposed to be leaked. Like,
he did not think for 1 second that 10 years later that this was gonna come back and bite him in the ass.
Nah, but at the same time, man, it's like, you really shouldn't be saying that anyways. But as far as even on the email tip, bro, like, that was some bullshit, bro. Like, just to try to leak that man emails. And, you know, I'm not crying for him. You know what I'm saying? He got fired, so what? I'm pretty sure he don't have to work a day for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. My only thing is just, like,
he still got paid at the end of the day.
Yeah, and they gotta pay him off. So, like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? He'll be all right. He will be okay.
So, donkey of the week. Shout out to that boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But moving right along, you know it's crazy, man. I actually wanted to get in something that was pretty interesting. Moving on to the NBA. We got some NBA news, man. Got some NBA news.
We starting off with a lot of bad news.
Yeah, we are. So
Damn, y'all been fucking up the church's money all week.
Kyrie Irving.
Oh, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
Okay, that's still bad news though.
Kyrie Irving has been currently not practicing, not playing any preseason games, and it just came out breaking news that Sean Marks, the GM, stated that if he doesn't get the vaccination, he can't play. A report came out today. I think Woj had dropped that bomb. So yeah, man, what you think Kyrie gonna do? You think he gonna get the vaccine before the start of the year, just for the season?
Nope.
I don't think he
Nope,
either.
he won't. He won't. I see the type of people he be hanging out with, 19 Keys, a lot of these conspiracy theorists, flat earthers. What else can I say? Just, you know, the Hotep community, like I said, the conscious community, and with the information that he's gotten and the people he's aligned himself with, I think he is a symbol for them and a symbol for anti-vax. And I think he's not going to do it. First of all, he's paid.
Yeah.
He's an NBA champion.
Yeah.
Number 1 overall pick. He doesn't have to play basketball again in his life.
Ever.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Period.
So if I'm him, no, I'm not playing.
Just off his resume now, he can retire. He's fine.
Because on some real, bro, they can just say, like, yo, vaccine, like, they can drop this mandate at any point.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm Kyrie, yo, fuck it, I won't play. Trade me, release me, it don't matter. It's guaranteed contract.
Well, he said that if they trade or release him, he's going to retire. He said he's only playing for one team, it's Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm with Kyrie. I'm supporting Kyrie because in a league, in any league, everybody is follow the program, toe the line. We're not gonna, make any waves, disrupt anything. So for the fact that he stood on 10 on something he personally believes in, I don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
But if it's something he believes in, I'm gonna support it, and I believe in it. Because with the vaccine or the jab, I'm just going to say jab because, we don't want to talk about, we won't say some words. But with the jab, it doesn't prevent you from getting it. It just makes symptoms less worse depending on person to person. Like, if you already have pre-existing health conditions and get it, it might not help at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just might still get fucked up by it. So for somebody, like, you're vaxxed.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated.
Right, I'm not. But that hasn't came between, like, our friend. Like, we don't even have those type of conversations.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, man, what you want to do with your body is your decision, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
The NBA has the right to want to get their whole league vaccinated. That's them. That's their decision. And he has the right to say.
You said the owner came out and said that?
No, the GM, Sean Marks. Sean Marks came out.
See, I don't like that because, I mean, I feel you because it's like you're going to mess up team chemistry, and then, like, why should you get special privilege? But at the same time, why, if Kyrie Irving is still willing to play like 30, 40-some games, why not have Kyrie Irving for that time?
He was only going to be able to play the away games. He couldn't play at Brooklyn at all. Any home games at all.
Yo, that would actually be fire.
You know what's crazy? When Washington came to the preseason game to play Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Beal's not vaccinated. He played in that preseason game in Brooklyn. Nobody said anything.
Damn.
So is this just like an attack on Kyrie? Or like, because
this is really an attack on Kyrie, but it's really just like, I snapped on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I called him that because he, to me, sold out.
What happened, man?
Nah, because he sold out what he stood for in his time of being a professional athlete, and that's for kind of like going against the grain, kind of being like anti-establishment, you know what I'm saying, like pro-choice. And then he was like, the NBA has no room for people who don't want to get vaccinated and protect their teammates, this and that. And it's like, bro, now you company man. Like, you used to stand next to Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying, to fight for equal rights. Now you company man. Like, yo, sit your ass down somewhere, bro. You ain't got no damn coaching job. Bum ass niggas was like, oh, remember he helped coach Andrew Bynum? Where was Andrew Bynum after 2012? Bum ass nigga, okay? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could not get no damn coaching job. Wonder why. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just got his statue up, all right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar don't even get respected by the own Laker organization. And he's a good player, but he should really shut up when it comes to trying to critique current athletes in this whole vaccination thing because you're not playing, you don't have to travel, you made your money, you're elderly, so you can just really just sit at home and hang out and chill. Nobody asked you to make a statement. You're not Michael Jordan, you're not LeBron, you're not Kobe, you're not you say something, but like Bill Russell has more say than you. Like if Bill Russell say something to the players, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna because Bill Russell there. The league likes Bill Russell. Kareem is just used as a pawn. The NBA don't be calling Kareem for no anniversary stuff. You know what I'm saying? The NBA don't use Kareem Abdul-Jabbar like it was like Kareem pretty much gave the media his middle finger his whole career, and then pretty much was blackballed the minute he retired. And now trying to rear his head to like get brownie points. Like I don't want to see you get brownie points, man. Shut up, let Kyrie do his thing. Because if it wasn't for people like you, it would be no Kyrie Irvings.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to criticize something that you laid the groundwork for? You're being very hypocritical, and you're just trying to get brownie points for an organization and for an association that pretty much marketed to be to make you be forgotten. Because young people don't know shit about Kareem.
No, not I just
No. And people, Magic wouldn't have won without him. No, he wouldn't have won without Magic. Yeah, he won one with Oscar Robinson, but he went to the Lakers in 75. They won their first championship in L.A. when Magic Johnson was a rookie.
Yeah, he played the
and Kareem's bum ass ain't played the deciding game to win the finals. So Magic had to start at center.
Mm-hmm. Got triple double, didn't he?
No, I think he didn't do it with the assist, but he definitely got double.
Close to it.
Yeah. So that's my Kareem Abdul-Jabbar slander. I just want to let niggas know because some people called on Star Report and got their whole, shit, yeah. Niggas got on the Star Report and got mad. Said I was talking about their mother and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I doubled down on all my insults. Let them know you called the wrong platform and the wrong person to think you're gonna get an apology because I triggered some type of emotion within you.
That's one thing about us, man. We gonna stand on that shit.
I'm from Duval. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, bro. Don't come here for a glass of hot cocoa and a warm blanket and a hug, bro. You're not getting that. We slapping the cocoa out your hand. We taking the blanket. You know what I'm saying? We ain't having that, bro.
And we smoking on your favorite partner.
Smoking on your favorite. We doing all that.
Smoking on your favorite partner, man.
This is the dark alley you don't want to come down. Okay? We represent the dark side on all apps. On Clubhouse, we on the dark side. And it's dark side because of what we talk about, the content. Even on Twitter, bro. Like, Instagram, like, YouTube. Anywhere we go, any platform we want. I won't say that we're kind of like uncensored. Mm. But yeah, I want uncensored content. You know what I'm saying? We're not towing the line. We're not worried about sponsors, this and that. One day we'll get sponsored, but I want sponsors to align what we talk about and what we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to clean it up because it's a bag in a way.
We're not conforming to anybody.
No, we can't. We got to entertain the people, bro. If we lose the entertainment
for the people, the audience.
Yeah, if we lose the listening experience because we took a bag, then y'all gonna eventually leave and say we sold out.
Facts. So that's that. Getting on to some more NBA news. Actually, this is the one that I think caught my eye when I was scrolling down the timeline one day. 18 NBA players have been caught in a fraud investigation with some healthcare benefits. We got it pulled up. We got the article here. Let's get into it, man. 18
former NBA players were charged with attempting to defraud the NBA's healthcare and welfare benefit plan out of nearly $4 million, officials say. The defendants include Terrence Williams, Alan Anderson, Anthony Allen, Shannon Brown, William Bynum, Ronald Glenn, Big Baby Davis, Christopher Douglas Roberts, Melvin Ely, Jamario Moon, Darius Miles, Milton Placial, Ruben Patterson, Eddie Robinson, Gregory Smith, Sebastian Telfair, Charles Watson Jr., Antone White, and Anthony Wharton. Allen's wife, Desiree Allen, was also named as a defendant. They each face counts of conspiracy to commit health care and wire fraud. By midday Thursday, 16 of the 18 former players had been taken into custody, officials said. The defendant's playbook involved fraud and deception. They will have to answer for their flagrant violations of the law. Strauss said Williams, 34, Seattle native who spent 4 seasons in the NBA, was the scheme's linchpin, submitting false claims to the league's healthcare plan. He was accused of supplying false invoices to support the fraudulent claims in exchange for kickback payments that totaled at least $230,000, authorities said.
So, what was the funniest thing about this? You know what this reminds me of, man? When that PPP loan, running out, you know what I'm saying? You need you a new jug.
Yeah, man. One thing I'll say, bro, scamming, you can't really, listen, you can't really scam if you don't know how to cook books, bro. I'm keeping the buck, bro, because there's a lot of people who probably did this same thing, but they got book cookers.
Yeah.
And that covered the tracks.
They covered the tracks, yeah. I feel like these niggas was real messy how they did it. Really, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really cover their tracks. And it was real funny. I seen that Big Baby video. He's on the plane.
Yeah, man.
Don't believe the press.
I'm like, bro, wherever that plane is landing, the press and the police are going to be there.
Nigga had the bread in the back with the Popeye chicken, man. Yo, Big Baby, you a clown, yo. That
bro,
did
he get arrested yet?
No, actually, I don't know.
Bro, you know it would have been fire if
Terrence Williams, all them niggas got arrested.
Bro, you know it would have been super fire if he made that video while flying to Bali.
Oh.
Where there's no extradition. Yo, that's what I would have did, bro. I would be like, yo, don't believe the press.
Don't believe the press.
It's all real. It's all real. All this money is real.
Feel me?
All of it. I would have been out of here.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I feel bad, man, because, you know, guys like Sebastian Telfair, I don't feel bad, but it's just like...
Sebastian Telfair kind of do, because he got set up a few years ago on the gun thing with his baby mama and his girlfriend. Man. His whole family, like, set him up. I'm like, damn.
There's a couple niggas on that list. I'm just like, I know they got a backstory. Damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Darius Miles, you know, niggas like that. So it's like, damn. Put them in the dirt.
That's what happened to them niggas,
you know what I'm saying? Freedom Boys, man.
No, do not free them boys. You know why? Because it's other NBA players with ailing backs, knees, shoulders, arthritis, cataracts, that now their claims are going to be going through with a fine-tooth comb. Their claims are going to be pushed back. Their claims are going to be denied. People who really need it, because there's always one out of the bunch who's going to mess it up for everybody else. And it's already hard enough for a lot of these players to get certain medical benefits. You know what I'm saying? And now you just made it that much harder for the people who really need these types of benefits and these types of money. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the PPP loan you mentioned, it was a lot of real business owners who couldn't get that money because everybody and their mama filing for fake businesses and getting the $20,000 that should have went to a legitimate business owner.
Blow the bag.
You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest problem when it comes down to that. So I'm not saying freeing anybody when it comes down to certain things of fraud, because you're really not only taking money out of people's pockets and out of food out of other people's mouths, but you're making it harder for the next person who has legitimate issues to be able to get this type of money. You're making it harder for them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, stop being niggas. That's what it comes down to. Just stop being niggas. Man,
for real. And just stop, man, come on, bro. If you gonna scam, bro, get a book cooker, bro, for real, bro. Cause y'all
cover your tracks. Cover your tracks, man. I mean, it looked like it was too easy for the fans. They just they clean sweep y'all niggas, boy.
All right, man. Whole bunch of bad news. So much, you know. Do we have any? What else we got going on?
So let's take a little break. Not even a little break, but we're gonna transition to something else, man. Meek Mill album just dropped. How you felt about that, man? You listen to it?
No, I feel good about it. Because it sucks so bad, I won't have to play it or edit anything out. We can just keep potting. That's what I like about the album. It sucks so bad. I don't have to play any music to bore the listeners or, you know, irritate them with Martin Luther Meek flows. You know what I'm saying? Meek Luther King flows, bro. I don't want to hear this.
Shout out to Academics for killing this nigga.
He ain't no big dog. Act say he ain't no big dog. You ain't did 100K. He ain't no big dog.
80K. It's a flop.
Nah, I think he did like 93. Ain't no big dog.
Come on, man.
Lowest album sales his career.
Drake doing 300, man. Come on, man. Donda doing what?
Yeah, Drake did like 600,000. Donda did like 300,000.
You feel me? Niggas doing. Come on, man.
And my thing with the Meek Mill situation is there were no progression in his bars. It was no like personal stories. He didn't get in depth with anything. He didn't go like internal as far as pulling, you know, personal stories out and telling them, you know, things like none of these billionaire conversations were transferred over to the mic. He didn't give no 444 bars. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. It sounded like he was doing Lil Baby, Lil Durk impressions the whole time.
Yeah, you know what Meek is infamous for doing? He get the top nigga that's hot right now and throw him on his track. Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Drake, throw him on there so people can come listen to this shit, man. We not falling for that shit, man. You gotta come harder than that, my nigga.
That album was trash, and
come harder, man.
I was irritated for even giving time to listen to it. And Meek Mill has been disappointing, and he has phased out of where he was. And when I say that, he was like the next guy, the young guy. Now he's not that anymore. You're just the old guy in the club now. And instead of like dressing your age, you're still wearing young man clothes.
Then you're trying to dictate the youth. You be trying to dictate the youth, man. Like, come on.
And then you're getting next to Uzi because y'all Philly niggas because you think Uzi gonna give you the sauce, bro. Like Uzi is a real Philly legend, bro. Uzi and Will Smith.
Facts.
So
facts. That's how we stepping.
You know
Moving along, 21 Savage said something real interesting about Duval, man.
Honestly, the main reason why I don't say I don't care, but I don't take offense to it because I'm pretty sure 21 was just like trolling and he was being serious, but it wasn't like it was real like disrespect, like yo, because he just did the song with Nardo Wick, so that's what I'm saying. He was really just talking shit.
Yeah, them niggas talking shit in the clubhouse room, but basically what he said that he can personally beat all the artists out of Jacksonville in the verses, right? Some niggas feel like he can. Some niggas feel like he got enough hits. He could blow Jacksonville out the water. I personally feel like he can't. I'm from here. I know what type of artists are here, what they doing. It's a lot of good artists here, man. He's not beating all Jacksonville by himself. Come on.
Nah, but like I understand what he was saying. Yeah, and honestly, all he really saying is kind of like, this is how, it's the same thing, not even to center myself, but the same thing like on the Star Report, like in black spaces, when you went over to your family member's house, right, and you had on a clean fit, your uncle and your cousins didn't be, oh boy, that fit hard. Man, who you think you is? Yeah. What you got on? Let me check you out. Yeah. That's what it is. Like on Star Report, like when I got put on, niggas were like, oh, congratulations, bro, you next up. They like, man, who the fuck is this guy? Bitch ass nigga, fuck nigga, you know what I'm saying? But that's basically what 21 is doing. Like, oh, y'all in the game now? Man, get y'all weight up, man. Y'all ain't even hit nothing for me. Y'all ain't do nothing for him, man. Man, keep basically giving y'all flowers, but letting y'all know, like, hey, man, now you in the game. We judge you. Now you got to get judged by 21. Now you've up against 21 Savage. Now you're not up against Fulio versus Young and it ain't no. Spot him, got him. Nah. It's you versus J. Cole now. You versus 21. You versus right. You on the national scale now, so you ain't all that Jacksonville this and that talk don't matter no more. Y'all big enough to now you have to get compared to Atlanta rappers and everybody else. So pretty much 21 was kind of just pulling them through the ring of fire, like initiating them boys. Like, hey man, I'll beat all y'all. So pretty much letting y'all know you got a long way to go. All y'all to get to where 21 is. Which is the truth. I'm not a big 21 Savage fan, but I appreciate him doing that. Because that's just like, instead of giving you a pat on the back, he kind of like, let you know there's more work to do.
Y'all little niggas ain't did nothing yet.
I think that's going to inspire and motivate them more than actual, because I think it helped them more than hurt them for him to say that.
Yeah, it's going to motivate them to get back in the booth.
Because honestly, to me, I feel like Jacksonville got is the hottest city in hip hop.
We trending. We definitely trending.
I say Jacksonville and Detroit is the top two cities in 2021 for hip hop.
And y'all know how I feel about that Detroit shit. So
that Detroit shit's everywhere.
Everywhere, man. Shout out to Vezzo.
It's like Detroit got the quantity, like they got a lot of quantity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's like Jacksonville got them heavyweight hit records. Damn. Like if you keep it a buck, Jacksonville probably got the whatever street record. From January to now, I don't think it's left Jacksonville yet. Because you got the Who I Smoke. You got Beatbox. Yeah. Then you got
Who I Smoke.
Then you got When I See You.
When I See You, yeah. Then Who I Smoke. No. Who Won't Smoke With Me.
Yeah, now it's Who Won't Smoke With Me. That's 4. That's 4. Really, you need 4 songs in the year.
The whole year on lock.
Think about it. That's what I'm saying. Like you had in a winter, you had the Spot 'em Got 'em shit, and then in the spring you had Not When I See You. What's the other one you said? Who I Smoke. Yeah. Summertime we had When I See You, and our fall is Who Won't Smoke With Me. Yeah. We ran the whole year. Ran the whole year.
All different artists, by the way, not by the same artist.
And each song is bigger and bigger.
Yeah, facts. So y'all see what Jacksonville doing, man. Shout out to Duval. Keep going up, y'all boys. Keep trending towards the right way.
Facts.
Keep putting out that good music, man. Y'all know what it is. So moving along. You know what's crazy? I've been on my Netflix wave lately, heavy. I've been on my Netflix shit, man. I've been, Netflixing and chilling, you know what I'm saying? With the missus, you know what I'm saying? So,
Skit 2, Netflix, Squid Games.
Squiddy.
The #1 show in the world, 90 countries, 30 different language translations. It's one of the best shows I've ever watched. I finished it in like 3 days. I like the violence.
Oh,
First episode, like I tell everybody, if you can get past the first episode, when I say that, it's not even past the first episode. If you can get to the end of the first episode, see the first body drop, you hooked.
yeah. Once you get the red light, green light, and you see how the game is progressing, you get addicted. I was literally addicted for the past 4 days watching this shit. I finished it. It was amazing.
Yo, man.
Did not disappoint at all. There was not one episode I wasn't glued to the TV. The bodies was dropping.
Red light, green light, bro. My mouth hit the ground. And the bow.
Yeah.
Bro,
The man. They
The
had
whole
the
time I was
snipers
like-
on the roof. Man, come on, man.
Salute to Squid Game. Salute to the writers. Salute to Netflix.
Yeah.
Episode 6 to me was like the most monumental episode of the whole series because I think a lot of people cried. A lot of women cried. I know that.
You talking about when my baby died? When she got stabbed in her bed by bro?
No. That was like episode
yeah.
like 8 maybe. I'm talking about the marble game.
Oh, yeah.
Where everybody thought the old man died and then the Indian guy died because that one guy gave him the rocks. That was fucked up.
That was so fucked up, bro.
Yo, that guy was my favorite guy until he gave the dude the rocks. And I'm like, bro, nah, you need to die, bro, because you finessed.
He finessed the bro was whooping his ass the whole game.
He finessed him, bro.
And then that shit was dirty how he did, bro.
He finessed dog. When he looked and seen it and started crying, I'm like, bro.
And he screamed his name. He got shot. I was like, oh, man, that shit was, man.
And then dude finessed the old man. I'm like, how you gonna finesse the old man?
He was trying to help you the whole time.
And the old man told him at the end, like, bro, how's it fair
you
you take
gonna-
advantage of your friend?
Yeah, nigga, I know. That nigga was shocked, but he was like, oh, shit, this nigga, he know I've been finessing him. Like, yeah, nigga, I've been trying to help you.
So I'm happy the old man didn't die.
Yeah, me too.
And the girl, I actually wanted her to win because I didn't really like the main character, to be honest. Main character was very annoying.
The Korean model?
Yeah, I wanted her to win the money only because I feel like she had the best story. Like, because the main character was really a goof ass nigga,
She was
bro.
jacking niggas. She was heavy jacking.
Yeah, and she had a purpose to get her brother and her mom. The main character was just a bum ass baby daddy who just didn't take care of responsibilities. Like, that just showed me it's bum ass baby daddies across the world.
Facts, yeah.
So he shouldn't really got the money. He should really died.
First off, how you let another nigga take your family, nigga?
Bro,
move
and then
to
when
the
he
United
tried to
States?
give you the 20 racks, you just gonna slap him right. Bro, I would have took 20 racks, then slap 5 dog,
Facts.
and then ran off. That showed me he an idiot, bro. Like, you need that money that bad, bro. I would have slapped 5. That nigga took the money, got my mom right, got on Squid Games, and then the thing that pissed me off too is like, bro, you waited a whole year to go see your daughter just to not go
Just to not
because you're
go.
trying to save niggas in Squid Games. The ending killed me. It's like, it's good and bad. I hated it because he didn't go see his daughter.
Yeah, I hated it too.
Because I'm like,
it was shit.
But I'm like, dude, that's all you had to do. But I liked it because it set it up for a season 2.
Yeah.
Because
It's
I was,
definitely gonna be a season 2.
huh?
It's definitely
Yeah,
gonna be a
because,
season
but at the same time, I would be cool if it wasn't a season 2
2. Wait.
because it ended the right way. Like,
It did.
yeah.
It did.
It ended the right way. That show is really a movie in show form.
Yeah, it is. It is 100%. 100%. Yo, just all I gotta say, if you haven't seen Squid Games, watch it.
Yeah, if they would have made that into a movie though, now how much nonstop killing they would have had to do? Yo, like, because they would have had to cut out like basically every episode and just throw the killing scenes back to back.
Yeah, you needed. I'm glad they made it into a short format. I'm glad.
Yeah.
You had to.
Because you needed character development
You did.
and time to resonate with them.
The episodes gave it time to break down. You know what I'm saying? Each episode.
Right,
so.
right. My favorite game was, man, it might have been that Glass game, bro.
Really, bro? I don't know if I could have did that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That the guessing which glass is not.
That's the reason why it was my favorite. Because it's like, bro, it was no advantage, bro. Like, the only advantage you had was not going first.
No, the really only advantage was that nigga who made glass, who knew.
But then he ended up guessing wrong and fell anyway. So
That's
it's like,
because it was dark. He couldn't see.
oh yeah. Because
Yeah,
they cut the lights. That was fucked up, bro. I'm like, damn, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to them. Who was orchestrating that shit, the nigga with the black mask, man, that nigga was cold, boy.
Yeah, remember when he walked up to the kid and blew his head off? It was like, they ain't
Oh.
supposed to know your face. To know your face, you're dead. I'm like, damn. Damn.
Nigga cold blooded.
I'm like, how did old girl sneak the cigarettes in there, and how was they able to go to the bathroom so long and have sex and like go through the vents and all that other shit? I'm like, bro, y'all niggas wild.
Tweaking, man.
Big tweet. And y'all should have known the old man. To me, the first sign that something was up was when the old man was screaming, everybody's killing each other like in the dorms. The old man was standing on top of the bed like, I'm scared, stop. And the game stopped. That's when I'm like, so this
Something
old
off.
man can just say he's scared and y'all gonna stop everybody from killing? Like,
Not that, and when they were playing red light, green light, and if you look at his facial expression while they playing, bro, he's happy though. He's the only one happy.
yeah.
He also the little girl with the eyes, she couldn't detect him.
Right.
I looked at that again at I watched it the first episode like 3 times.
Yeah.
I seen that shit. I was like,
See, what I noticed too, dog, like I watched the kind of like the spoilers and like the things you didn't see. That's when I noticed that the girl couldn't detect him.
yeah, same.
Damn.
After I watch a season, I always watch spoilers. You got to do that.
If it's really good, I'm gonna watch spoilers. Just the things that I didn't catch, because it was a lot of things I caught, but just the subtle hints that they showed you that he wasn't really in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I caught him, but it didn't make sense until the end, and then I watched the spoilers to give it like context of like why they did that. So, if you ain't seen Squid Games, please go get a Netflix subscription. Use your mom's, your girlfriend, somebody's, and watch it because it's very good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Squid Games. So, also we had some Netflix interesting news here. Dave Chappelle said some really interesting comments on his Netflix special. Had some
The closer.
transphobic comments. How you feeling about that?
I feel like Dave Chappelle did what was necessary. I feel like Dave Chappelle didn't get canceled not because he was right, it's because in Hollywood it's not about who's right or wrong, it's about politics, it's about who can press whose buttons. I need people to do their homework and Google Clarence Avon. Clarence Avon's son-in-law is the CEO of Netflix.
Wow.
Clarence Avon is looked at as like the black godfather of Hollywood. So because of that, I'm pretty sure he made a call or sent something through the back channels to be like, hey, Dave's good. Don't touch his work. And Netflix, CEO being that's his father-in-law, probably like, powers to be spoken. We're not taking it off.
Period.
Do I personally agree with what Dave Chappelle said? Yeah, I do, 100%. I appreciate the fact that he said it.
Same.
I stand with Dave Chappelle. And because everything he said, even about being a feminist, in definition, I'm a feminist too.
Yep.
In definition, when he said gender is real, like you have to everybody has to pass through a woman's, reproductive system to be born.
Yeah.
And also what he said about his friend Daphne, and then giving his friend Daphne the opportunity of opening up for Dave Chappelle, who was a transgender. Like, her community didn't give her the opportunity, but Dave Chappelle did.
Wow.
And then when they were trying to bash her and she stuck up for Dave Chappelle, they bullied her and she ended up killing herself. So Dave Chappelle kind of feels like y'all took out my friend. Like, she wasn't a part, like she was part of my community.
Yeah.
Like the comedy community. Like, when I used to tell jokes, she would laugh. She would be for it. Like, I let her do stand-up. I let her do a back and forth at one of my last shows in the Bay Area, and like everybody was laughing. I introduced her to Eddie Murphy, the Real Deal people, and you know what I'm saying? We all chill. Like, I gave her opportunities. Like, I looked out for her. Like, that was my friend. Wow. And it didn't matter what she was. That was the homie. And what he was pretty much saying is just like a lot of people who are not anti that community, but there has to be some type of balance. You cannot overcorrect things. You can't say somebody's homophobic just because they point out the obvious. Even when it said, like, people want to be a part of that community till it's time to be white. Like, that's real.
Yeah, facts.
Like, he's just stating the obvious. And until you want to have these uncomfortable conversations, you can't try to police people who are having conversations that make you feel uncomfortable. Especially with Dave Chappelle, he already canceled himself walking away from $50 million.
Facts.
So you can't cancel somebody who doesn't want to be here.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Y'all can't cancel Dave Chappelle. He doesn't give a fuck.
And for the fact that he pretty much got ahead of what the reaction was during his special was genius. It wasn't one of his funnier specials, but the thing about Dave Chappelle, he's transitioning to me from being a comedian to just being like a thinker. Yeah. Like, he just gives TED Talks. Like, he literally gets on stage for an hour and a half, smoke a cigarette, and just picks his own mind in front of people.
He's actually giving you guys an insight to him.
And it might be, and his delivery is humorous, but he's not telling jokes anymore. Like he tells jokes, but it's to the point where he gets so deep and so introspective when he talks. The jokes are so obvious. It's like the jokes sometimes take you out of the trance of watching Dave Chappelle because he's like his commentary is so gripping. You'll be sitting there really getting information, really putting down what he's picking up, and he'll throw a joke in the middle of what he's saying, and you really, it's like, oh damn, this is supposed to be funny. I forgot.
Yeah, he'll make you completely lose trance.
Him and George Carlin. George Carlin was one of the greatest comedians because a lot of times he was just giving you very thoughtful commentary. He wasn't really being funny, but he would add humor into it to kind of brighten it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cat Williams is the same way in a way where it's like, I'll be funny, but it's really just funny how I'm delivering some very realistic information. Those are my favorite comedians, man.
Yeah. So shout out to Dave Chappelle, man. Keep standing on that shit 10 toes. Fuck what they talk about, man. Facts. Charleston White. Charleston White. Vlad TV interview. You want to do a little insert from the interview, or you just want to just go free?
Man, let me see if I can pull up Charleston White Vlad TV interview, man. Because
if y'all don't know who Charleston White is, he's actually a native from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. He's usually doing on the Say Cheese platforms, the Vlad TVs. He does a lot of interviews, and he's a supporter of Trump. Doesn't really he just doesn't give a fuck. Let's just say that. I mean, the man, he'll say whatever comes to his mind. He don't care about going against the Crips. He don't win at the Crips. He don't win at the Bloods. So y'all about to hear this.
I'm gonna fast forward.
Baddest motherfucking niggas in the world. So I see him look at the camera. I already know if you stand up on a nigga like any nigga from the streets, you can't stand up on. I already knew that, right? So, man, my gun over there. Man, my nigga them ain't finna let nothing happen to me. And if something happen to me, boy, when I get to that car, you niggas ass in trouble. I'm a disabled community activist with one eye. Don't let the internet shit fool you. I'm still disabled, so nigga, if you do something to me, your charges magnified, and I got way more rule to self-defend. So when he jump up, when he jumped up, I said, ooh, I got him. Cause all I've been wanting him to do is throughout that whole arc, I said, Jane, if you ain't gangbanging, why what I'm saying bother you? Why you keep putting yourself in it, James? Why you keep putting yourself? And he said, this is what he said. You are now another motherfucker can't get me to go back to being the old Mob James. I ain't screamed Pyru and since 1980 something. And then 3 minutes later, me and him was standing nose to nose. So when you hear my voice lower down, me and his lips was touching. Yeah, I think I'm bad too, Mom.
Pause.
Yeah, James, I think I'm bad. Our lips was touching.
Pause.
Nose to nose, forehead to forehead. He didn't push me, he didn't headbutt me, he didn't do nothing. That was off camera. Then they got between us. Sat right back down to him and said, nah, I'm still the same position. Still the same position, homie. He say, well, what have Crippin' Bloods done to you? What have it done to us? So you mad at what I'm saying? Them niggas killed your brother. Them niggas killed your brother. Nigga, you still screaming, I'm Mob James Pyru. I think I'm bad. Aha, I thought you said you wasn't with it. I wish y'all could have saw the shame in his eyes. When I said, say you want it. I thought you said you wasn't with it, James. You done come all the way from California to Texas with a gun on you in a studio full of people with guns. And you got a grandbaby back home and you want me to say I want it. You finna throw it away like that, huh, Jane? You want me to believe you finna throw it away like that, Jane? I want to show you it's still there, James. It's still in your heart. You still what you try to denounce that you are. That's why you wear the P hat. That's why you showed up in the Pyru colors to represent Pyru. And I just wanted to show the people. I just wanted to show the district attorneys. I just wanted to show the people who work on these cases that it's in their heart, and some of them need to be sent away for life. So when I hear him get on your platform and say he traveled through all them states as a convicted felon with a gun on him, say, man, hey, man, can I get this nigga? He didn't brandish the gun, Charles, so we don't know if he had a gun or not. Man, I sure want to put his ass in jail, dumb motherfucker. You go get on Vlad TV and say you traveled through all them states with a gun on you as a convicted felon.
All right, man. Randy, what do you think?
Y'all start falling for Charleston White bullshit, man. This nigga is working with the feds. He working with the police. He trying to rile y'all niggas up to telling yourselves to get locked up. He ready to rat. Ready. Waiting on it. He baiting all y'all niggas. Y'all niggas be taking the bait, too. That's what be messing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Charleston White, one of them niggas, man, I will swear to God, I will ignore him. He would not get a reaction out of me ever. Because I already know what you're doing, bro. I see right through that shit, man.
Keep it in the buck, man. Anybody who says they're a fan of Charleston White is an idiot. They're very easily influenced. I wouldn't trust them because you're a fan of a snitch. You're a fan of somebody who is willingly trying to tell on other people. You're a fan of somebody who it glorifies himself and tries to down Crips and Bloods when he used to be a Crip himself. He's somebody who makes very anti-black and very inflammatory coon statements for reaction. And one thing about the internet is like people can really just say very disrespectful things and get a reaction for it. Him talking about Nipsey or just disrespecting people. It's not about gangbanging. It's about you disrespecting communities and sets of people that you wouldn't have the same injury in their face. Facts. And you're saying the only reason why you would is so you can call the police. You're one of the most dangerous people out here. You're not doing any good to the community by being a police dog. And on top of the fact, you've also sent pictures of your genitalia to other men.
Yeah, what?
And had conversations with other men about stuff like that. Like he's very... Yeah, he's on that. He's on some weird type of time, man.
You on that.
He on that. He on all of that, bro. And my thing, and that's the thing about him is like people say they want to be fans of people, but they don't really understand what these people like stand behind. You know what I'm saying? They don't really know what these people actually like.
He admits to sending.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like he says he's law enforcement, man. Like he dissed the Nipsey and the Crips for clout, bro. Like he said he has consensual sexual conversations on the phone with other men. He said this. These are his words. He said he likes certain things in prison that we would deem very, very questionable. I don't even want to really say that because it's super pause. He glorified the R word. Yes, and doing that to people's mothers and daughters. He glorified that. Yes. So for people to say they like Charleston White, be saying you like the type of things he talks about and stands for, and that's something I don't want to align myself with. I think he's an idiot. I think he's a clout chaser, and I think Vlad is using him to disrupt and agitate the community, and that's what Vlad does sometimes. He takes somebody who's a lightning rod in the community and gives them a platform and that agitates other people. And if he's so cool with Mob James or other people, I feel like being neutral in it would not give Charleston White a platform.
And that's my thing. Stop giving this nigga a platform.
Because Mob James can do what he does without talking about Charleston White. Charleston White's last 2 interviews to me have been about Mob James. So that said, Charleston White is a bum, and I don't,
fuck that.
And anybody supporting and subscribing to Charleston White should, check themselves out.
Yeah, man. We get to the last topic of the day, man.
That's what we're doing. Last topic of the day.
Episode 21. Y'all know what it is, man. So, what was y'all doing during the time when Instagram and Facebook was shut down? Dun, 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 dun.
Well, what I was doing was salute to the presidential suites on Clubhouse. We had our Monday morning recap room, 10 a.m. We ran that room from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We got well over 1,000 listeners in the room. You know what I'm saying? We had celebrities come in there. We had Amber Rose come there. We had Benzino come in our room yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Benzino from the Source magazine and from what was that shit called? Love and Hip Hop.
Shout out to his daughter too, Coyle Ray.
Right. So the whole time that we were, the internet was pretty much shut down. We were on Clubhouse in that morning room, and everybody came in there. Like I said, we did some great numbers in the presidential suite. And that's where I was. That's where a lot of people were. They're on Clubhouse having conversation. That's the only place you really get content. So,
Shit, man, we was on Twitter with it, man. Anytime Instagram or Facebook go down.
Twitter never go down.
I'm going to the black market. The Twitter.
Twitter was lit.
Twitter was, man, Twitter always lit, man. So,
yeah, man.
I love that, man.
But they say it went down because a whistleblower pretty much was saying, have you seen this show called The Social Dilemma, or movie on Netflix?
I've seen it on Netflix.
You should watch it, bro. You should watch it because it really be showing you that these companies are trying to make you addicted to their platforms and trying to keep you on there as long as possible. And a whistleblower pretty much saying was that these apps are very detrimental to teens, especially teen girls. It drives up suicide rates. These apps know that, and they throw certain programming on your algorithm and on your timeline to trigger certain emotions, to drive depression and to lead you to more addictive behavior on the app. The only two companies that call their customers users are drug dealers and app companies.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
And basically, it's a virtual you in your phone, and these companies pretty much bid on what algorithm is going to work most effective on you. And with all this news coming out, Mark Zuckerberg lost, I think, like $18 billion or something like that.
That's a lot of money, boy.
Yeah. And now he has to testify in front of Congress. And I think it's a good idea because these social media companies, these tech companies are not regulated, and they get to be and do whatever they want to
because they're private companies,
and they're really eroding our morals in society, I feel like. And there has to be some type of boundary, some type of regulation and rules, so it's not like the Wild Wild West, because stuff like this is detrimental to the kids. Like, people born, they said 1996 and before, like us, are like normal. Like 96 and up, they have issues. They pretty much go through, I guess, higher levels of depression. They're more meek. They are less likely to take risk, and it's pretty much, you know, they're really changing the children overnight.
Yeah,
suicide rates are spiking and all that. So with Instagram shut down, I think it was good, but I think they really need to dig deeper into trying to figure out how to, I guess, manage what social media is in this day and age.
Yeah, man. These millennials, man, I know they had their phones in their hands so much, and they always be on these apps, man. It's crazy, man. Put the phone down sometimes. Go outside.
Yeah, man.
Read a book. Do something.
Man.
Do something active.
So I think that wraps up the topics, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Perspectives and Facts Podcast, episode 21. I want to thank the podcast studio. I want to thank Podcast Suites, Perspectives and Facts Podcast. You see, we here. We got the good camera, got good light, and got good mics. We look good, we smell good, we feel good. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the podcast, everybody for supporting Star. I want to salute him for putting us in the community section, getting us numbers that we need to get. And you know what I'm saying? Just want to say thank you to everybody. This is Perspectives and Facts Podcast. You know what I'm saying? This was another great episode. We enjoyed it, you know what I'm saying? And we're out of here.
We're out of here, man.
I want to say thank you.
Yeah.